everyone, it's Deligracy here, obviously. And welcome to the next part of Let's Play The Sims 4 Hampton Falls. I think we might be at part 27, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, this Let's Play is going well. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying it as much as I am, and I'm excited to see how the story unfolds. In the last part, it was really sad. If you guys haven't watched it, go back and watch it right now because I'm about to say a spoiler. In the last part, Blaine passed away. It was really sad. He froze to death because it turns out he was actually homeless and his family didn't realize. Bianca invited him over on Christmas and then Larissa wouldn't let him in, and then he passed away from the cold. So that is what happened. So I thought we would go back into this next episode, back into the Lockwood / Mikitani family's home and see how they are all doing. Also, I hope you have your Hampton tea ready. So cheers to Hampton tea time. Let's sip together and play some Sims. All right, so it is the day after the funeral and it is snowing. However, it is looking a little bit more sunny. So we are getting out of the really cold Hampton fall winter because it's been really freezing. And we are actually on the second last day of winter. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be New Year's Eve. Today it is, oh my gosh, it is the birthday of Emmy and Akira. But I think we'll technically age up all of the Sims and have all of their birthdays on New Year's Eve. We'll have a big party tomorrow night. And that's when everyone can kind of age up together because we don't want everyone to be different ages and missing birthdays. So that's the plan. And actually tomorrow I think is going to be a little bit more sunny now that winter is fading away, which is a good thing because I'm not a huge fan of winter personally. Anyway, everyone's pretty tense. A lot of people are still pretty sad. Although it looks like... This is so funny. It looks like everyone's feeling like it's a little bit more warmer outside because they're having breakfast out here. Also, Akira looks really serious. His lip and eye highlighter is snatched. He's looking pretty amazing, but I have a feeling we need to reset his character because he is just not moving. Okay, there we go. Let's get you some food. Larissa is still looking really sad. I think sometimes we might think that Larissa doesn't have a heart and she doesn't have feelings, but I think she does feel bad, and occasionally she'll try and be in denial, and she probably thinks, well, it wasn't my fault that he was outside. Like, what else was I meant to do? Let him in? I think she's in denial in that way. Like, she doesn't feel fully responsible, but I think a part of her does feel responsible. So she's pretty sad at the moment. Oh my gosh, all the kids are going to school sad. Oh my gosh. Bianca, I'm actually going to bring home from school because I feel like she should have a few days off. I think that's fair enough. And I've actually updated her traits. If anything, she's gonna just not go to school. She would like refuse to go. Oh my gosh, she looks so cold. Can we like change her outfit? We really do need to probably do a little bit of a makeover. Maybe we'll just change it into some leggings. Not that it's much better, but it's a little bit better. I've actually updated her traits and she has developed depression since her dad has passed away. I think she was dealing with a little bit of depression beforehand, but I think she's really gone into having depression in a much bigger way. And this is actually a mod a mod that I've been wanting to explore a little bit more. It's just a depression trait. And the good side of the trait is that your Sims creatively can do more when they're inspired. So I don't think, do we have any moodlets about her depression at the moment? I don't think so, but occasionally it might say, you know, she's struggling to get out of bed today or she's not feeling so good. I just thought it'd be interesting to include in this Let's Play because it's a little bit more realistic. Who am I? I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up, and all my friends seem to have it figured out. How do I figure it out myself? Pick something you like. No worries, you've got time. I feel like Larissa would probably say, pick something you like, because I think her mothering's a little bit more like that. But I certainly think she'd be worrying about her future and worrying about lots of things after the death of her father. Like, it'd make her insanely insecure. I think Larissa would be giving her a little bit of a break and allowing her to move home. And I'm also thinking that maybe Bianca should call Colt and ask him to move back to the family home because Maybe just chat to him, because I feel like right now it would be nice for the families to be together, to have a little bit more support, because this isn't something that you just get over instantly. At least in not this storyline. We're not going to do that. So she's probably acting like she's more okay than she is, but she's probably also saying, Colt, can you please move back home? I really want you to be here with Mum, and Mum wants you to be here as well. Now, the other person who I'm curious to see how they're dealing with the death of Blaine is Tadashi, because Tadashi has kind of rushed into this marriage. We spoke about Tadashi a little bit on my socials. I was asking you guys what kind of man you guys think he is. Why do you think he chose Larissa to marry? And a lot of you guys were like, well, he's probably wanting a mother figure for his kids. He's probably wanting a wife, you know, wanting that feeling of security. Let's just say do the reading. But maybe he did rush into it a little bit fast. And now that Blaine has passed away, I think he's realizing that maybe this wedding was a bad idea. Maybe combining the households so quickly was a bad idea. So he's definitely worried. I don't think he personally knew Blaine. I mean, we can actually check to see if he knew Blaine. Oh, he did. He did know him. Only a little bit though. So I'm wondering if maybe he should go see Philippe for a little bit of legal advice, because Philippe is oh my gosh, Larissa, she's letting herself go a little bit while she's mourning. Yeah, I think, maybe he'll go to Philippe for a little bit of help, not knowing that Philippe was actually Blaine's lawyer as well. Akira just got the results from his SDT, Success Determination Test. His scores aren't quite as high as he had hoped they would be. Should he sign up to retake the test or just be happy with what he has? I think he would accept the scores. Oh my god, so he didn't get 100%. He got 98%, which is pretty darn good. Not retaking the test means he's happier and less stressed out. Oh, well, that looks like it cheered up Tadashi quite a little bit. So Bianca here is just feeling cold. She's had a pleasant call with her brother, which I think means that he might be happy to move back home. Oh, I also changed up the lounge room a little bit. I might actually get her to go over here to their pet and give their pet a little bit of love. Lexi. Because, you know, animals sometimes during difficult times, animals are they feel like they're the only ones who understand, right? But yeah, I did update the lounge room a little bit. I felt like it wasn't quite right, and I wanted to have a grand piano in the home. So, and I actually wanted to use the sliding doors as well, the new ones in the free update. So we do have sliding doors in here now. I kind of want them to look a little bit like bifold doors. And then we have added, you know, some more roses. Oh my gosh, how pretty does the snow reflection look in the mirrored table? That looks so pretty. So yeah, I think it just looks a little bit better. And Lexi, what are you doing eating off the floor? Bianca. Okay, everyone seems to, it looks like, these guys were having a little bit of a private conversation here. Oh, Larissa's giving her daughter a hug. Well, they're definitely going a little bit more easier. She's been awful to her kids, so it's nice to see her being a little bit softer. Tadashi and Larissa were probably having a private conversation. He was probably like, I'm actually going to go see someone today. And Larissa would probably freak out about that a little bit. I also think that Bianca's drinking issue that she has been having recently is something that she's not really caring to hide anymore. I mean, since her father passed away, she probably thinks, well, I don't care. People don't know what I'm going through. They don't understand. They can at least put up with me drinking a little bit. She's kind of lost, you know, the care about that. So we're just going to get her to have a drink, not in secret. We're going to get her to have 2 drinks, and maybe her mum will have a word to her in a little while. Oh my gosh, she's super duper sad. Also, we haven't really looked at Larissa's skills. She's charismatic 10, cooking 8, gourmet cooking 9. Wow, she's quite the housewife. She's really good at pet training. Who would have known? And piano. Wow, she probably really loved Tadashi. Like, Tadashi probably really liked the fact she could also play piano. So she's actually going to go have a cry about it. She's having some private time, you know, probably Tadashi telling her he was going to go see someone for some advice. That's really interesting. Also, Bianca is now doing some yoga outside, so she is focusing on her wellness a little bit more, which is a good thing. That's actually pretty cool to see. I don't think it's necessary for her to be outside in the cold though. That seems like it's a little bit of an overkill, so maybe maybe we'll bring you back inside. And I kind of like that she tried to get away from the alcohol just then. She's wanting to be a little bit better. And I'm also thinking, does Lexi need to go outside? She kind of looks like she does. Let's just see what's wrong. Does she want to walk, or does she need to go party? Lexi's out. Lexi's like, I'm gonna go to the party. All right. I'm just gonna pay 64,000 simoleons to pay the bills. Whew. Tadashi's probably like, damn, this family is living large. Wowie, that was probably like the funeral costs as well. Anyway, I think Tadashi, oops, did I just cancel paying the bills? My bad. Let's just pay those bills. I think we're actually going to take a vacation day, and instead of going to work, he can catch up for his legal advice. I'm excited for him to catch up for legal advice. And maybe, Bianca's back outside? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to let Bianca do her thing, because apparently she's wanting to become more connected with wellness, which is a really good sign. Maybe, you know what? Maybe her father's death has, made her realize she really needs to have a big 180 and turn her life around and be a better person. I was thinking by getting her to drink more, she was going to go downhill, but I think she's actually showing us by doing the wellness skill more that she wants to change. So we're going to go with that. Celebrate Akira's birthday by throwing a party. We should do that. But first of all, let's head over to get some legal advice with Tadashi. We're going to have a little bit of a man's catch up. I think what we might do is just go straight over to the Ortega's house, although Mr. Ortega isn't there right now, so maybe we'll pick somewhere else. All right, so I've taken both of these gentlemen to the Rusty Pelican, a restaurant in Hampton Falls, and they're just sitting over here discussing Tadashi's options with what's happening, because obviously a lot of this stuff that's been happening is pretty overwhelming. It looks like Larissa's family's spendings are through the roof, and the funeral cost a lot, and maybe Tadashi's just, wanting to get some legal advice in terms of the marriage, because he is a businessman, and it looks like Philippe is asking him how the move went. Anyway, let's just ask Philippe about his day and, do the usual thing, like discuss, wow, the weather is so cold right now. But I think above all, we should maybe ask for advice if we can, or have a serious conversation. Is that an option? I don't think it is. So I think Tadashi would be asking Philippe about his financial situation with Larissa, keeping in mind Philippe was the lawyer for Blaine, which I don't think Tadashi realized. So maybe Philippe has some interesting insight info for him. I think Philippe would actually tell Tadashi that since Blaine's death, he's done a little bit more research, and as it turns out, Blaine had a heap of financial trouble that Larissa is roped into as well from them being married in the past. Larissa kind of thought that if she changed all of the assets into her name, that everything would be good, but she probably didn't realize that Blaine actually was in a whole heap of debt and had been lying to his family the entire time. So I think what he would be saying is, well, Blaine was actually in a lot of debt, and that debt's going to be coming Larissa's way. If I were you, I would probably stay away from marrying the woman of your dreams right now. So Tadashi is probably like, are you serious? She didn't tell me any of this? Do you think she's been aware of it? I feel like Philippe would be saying, well, what did you really expect from Larissa Lockwood? She isn't the most down-to-earth and upfront kind of woman. Tadashi's probably angry now. He's probably thinking, I can't go through with this. I don't want all of those financial problems for myself or my family, and he's probably thinking of all the money he's already spent on them, how much money the wedding is going to cost. He's a smart businessman, and I just don't think he would be down for this. I think although Philippe is okay with telling Tadashi this information, he probably is refraining from telling him about the fact that Blaine's death is being investigated as to why he was left out homeless on the street. He had a lot of mental problems. How did Larissa change all of their assets into her name in the first place? He's probably investigating that a little bit too, and especially since he's looking after Lauren and her brother from Morgan's marriage with Blaine, it's a big financial mess. So yeah, he's just letting Tadashi know. Back at the Lockwood Mikitani mansion, everyone is having a bit of clam chowder for Akira and Emi's birthdays. So they're just sitting down. Noah's come over because obviously Noah is the boyfriend of Akira. So they're, oh my gosh, Akira's refusing to eat the clam chowder. But he's happy with his boyfriend. It looks like everyone's fighting because of the beans. The girls are hanging out. Bianca's actually not looking too bad in terms of her mood right now. And Emmy, it looks like she is still feeling really upset about the whole situation, and she's getting the birthday cake out of the oven. So these guys are not going to have a forgotten birthday, but they're certainly going to have a birthday that is a little bit... It's got some clouds over it because of the death of Blaine, oh my gosh. Wait. All right, so let's get Akira to celebrate and blow out the candles for his birthday. And Philippe actually came home with Tadashi to say hello too. Is Bianca again outside? Is she getting a little bit too into the wellness skill? Wow, girl is working out big time. Oh no, she isn't. I think that's her mom. Who was just outside then? Oh no, it was Bianca. Okay, well, it's time, Akira, for you to blow out your candles. Where is he? He looks exhausted, but Noah's here patiently waiting for him. Oh, look at how he looks at Akira. Yay! It's his birthday. Oh, the butler's totally in the way. Oh, so Akira has aged up, and he always wanted to be a super parent, interestingly. He's a perfectionist, and he's a good sim. And I think his extra trait that we are going to give him is family-oriented, because that's going to help him achieve his goal of having a really loving family. I'm also going to go ahead and quickly add some more birthday candles for Emmy, because we don't want to forget about Emmy's birthday or anyone to eat the cake. So let's get her to come over here and blow out the candles whilst Akira has a little moment with Noah. Hug lovingly. These boys are so sweet. That's a double hug. That's a double embrace. And I also feel like we should get Kamiko up to celebrate her sister's birthday as well, because, you know, it's her sister's birthday. I feel like that's a big deal. And Tadashi, why is he asleep? Come on, everyone needs to celebrate. All right, Emmy's blowing out the birthday candles, and she is also aging up too. She and her sister look similar, but they definitely don't look the same. And why didn't she age up? What? She didn't... Wait. Did she already age up without us realizing? Oh, there we go. Yay! So she is aged up as well. She wants to be a musical genius. So obviously she is a music lover. She's a little bit materialistic, Emmy, which I didn't actually realize before. I'm not sure. I feel like we might need to change that trait. And you know what? I think I would like her to become a little bit romantic. So then, romantic. Maybe that's not really for her. Maybe she should become ambitious. That's probably a little bit better. Yay! And everyone's celebrating. Yay! So these guys have aged up. They have had a nice little birthday dinner before the major New Year's Eve celebration. And it looks like Tadashi is still pretty upset. How is Bianca going? I haven't seen any signs of this depression mod in there. So she's doing pretty well. She seems to be taking care of herself, which is good. So maybe let's move on to another household and see how they're going. Okay, you guys, I've switched over to the Harris household. I feel like it's been quite some time since we've been here. And oh my gosh, is this not the cutest house ever in winter? I love their house in winter time. I actually really love their house. Like, not for me. I don't like this style of house at all personally for myself, but I enjoy visiting them. And anyway, let's see how little Milo is doing. Oh, little Milo is sitting here on the cushion looking out the window. Oh, hey Milo. And if you're wondering who Milo is, this is Esther's son. Esther is upstairs. She's in her gumboots and her little rain hat. She looks super duper cute, but I feel like Esther has been quite secluded for quite some time. You know, she's been isolated a little bit because she has had a child. And when you have a child, not that I've had one, I can imagine sometimes it's hard to go out and socialize, especially if you're a teen mom and other people don't really understand what you're going through. So I feel like Esther should make some friends. Why isn't this working? Should we reset our little Milo? Oh, I think Milo was stuck just then. Oh my gosh, let's quickly pick up Milo and take Milo inside because I feel like it is much too cold for a little toddler to be outside. But it is New Year's Eve, you guys. So tonight we will be having the big New Year's Eve party. It is Saturday morning, so in the next part we'll go ahead with the party and everyone can, maybe we'll do like a ball type of thing, which will be nice. But anyway, Esther's brought little Milo inside. Let's maybe brighten Milo's day. And then Mommy Esther is going to go meet the new neighbors who have just moved in across the road. Because a couple of girls have moved in. They're young adults. Much like herself, she's almost a young adult. And hopefully she can just make some good friends. So Esther's just gone across the road to her new neighbor's house and she's brought little Milo with her. Oh my gosh, I can't get over Milo. But it looks like this is one of the friends here. This is created by one of you guys. So we have Veronica Wheeler. So let's say hey to Veronica. She seems pretty cool. She lives here with one of her friends. So I thought it would be nice for Esther to get to know other young girls her age, especially when she's been inside a lot, you know, bringing up a child. It's good for her to get out and about now. So she can introduce little Milo and throw New Year's Eve confetti. And I don't really know why this other sim is looking so concerned. Maybe she's worried about Milo being in the cold. Get to know her a little bit and knock on the door to meet the other neighbor. Alright, so Esther's just having a little bit of girl time, you know, chatting with her new friend, Veronica. Veronica seems pretty cool. And Veronica agrees. Maybe vegetarianism isn't as intimidating as she thought. Veronica might just grab a bite to see what it's all about. So it looks like Esther has been telling her a little bit about vegetarianism. Oh my gosh, that was really sweet of Veronica. She's already giving Esther a hug. She seems like a very, you know, like a warm and friendly girl. So that is nice. I just really felt like, oh my gosh, Esther. Oh dear. Maybe she's a little bit out of practice when it comes to socializing with people. Don't sing songs. And she's found out that Veronica is creative. So a creative sim, that is pretty cool. But yeah, I always felt like Esther kind of followed her sister. She was a bit of a sheep. She kind of just followed Bianca around when she wasn't really following her sister around. And now that she's had a child, I think she's realized that, you know, she can make friends on her own. She doesn't, you know, she can go out there and introduce herself. She doesn't have to feel like she needs to fit in with cliques that she already knows exist that are related to her or her family in some way. So it is really nice to see her socializing with some other family members. But I'm also thinking that maybe tonight, because we are taking a whole heap of Sims to the ball, maybe for New Year's Eve, for everyone to age up, it can be like the Hampton Falls Ball or something like that. Maybe she should invite Veronica to come with her as a friend, because she obviously doesn't have a date to the ball, but it would be nice to use her +1. Not saying that these guys are attracted to each other romantically or anything like that. I don't think it's going in that direction for them. But I just feel like that would be nice for her to just bring a friend. So maybe she should throw some more New Year's Eve confetti and be like, hey Veronica, do you wanna come tonight? And she'd be like, hells yeah, I love going to parties. And any excuse to dress up sounds good to me. And Esther's like, woohoo, sounds good. Which means we also need to start figuring out dresses, what people are going to wear, and organize it all. So what I might do is leave this part right here. I know in this part it wasn't the most dramatic part, but I feel like we got to get to know the Sims a little bit more. Got a new neighbor neighbor moving in, which was nice. Actually, I'll just check if the other neighbor is here. Wow, this house is really, really empty. It looks like the other neighbor isn't home yet. But oh my gosh, look at them just sitting on the couch together. Ew, what is that on the TV? That is really creepy. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to you soon. So